Attention passionate Chicago, BARS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, BARS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on because what I'm about to tell you is a game changer. We're seeing a significant move in the NFL landscape that could really shake up the NFC North, and it involves none other than the Chicago Bears and a player that many of you have been talking about. That's right, Najee Harris, the talented running back from the Pittsburgh Steelers, is reportedly on the move, and the Bears are at the center of this potential blockbuster trade. This isn't just some rumor. It's a strategic move that could define the Bears' offense for the upcoming season and beyond. Let's back up a bit and set the scene. The Chicago Bears, as many of you know, have been through a roller coaster these past few seasons. After a dreadful start to the 2024 season, the team decided it was time to overhaul the roster, bring in fresh coaching staff, and above all, focus on building around their young quarterback, Caleb Williams. The offseason under new head coach Ben Johnson has been nothing short of busy. Johnson, known for his innovative offensive schemes with the Detroit Lions, has been brought in with a clear mission: turn around the Bears' offense, which, as we all saw last year, was dysfunctional, inconsistent, and frankly, frustrating for fans and players alike. One of the key issues the Bears have faced, and I know many of you agree, is their backfield. The running game last year was a problem. Sure, they had some talent like D'Andre Swift, but his inconsistency and the lack of a true dominant force in the backfield hampered their offensive production. Kyle Monangai, a rookie undrafted free agent, showed promise, especially during camp, but come on, he's just a 7th-round rookie. It's going to take him some time to fully adapt to the NFL game, and relying solely on him might be risky. Swift, although talented, has struggled with injuries and inconsistency, which means the Bears need to do something to solidify that position. This is where Najee Harris comes into play. Imagine him joining the Bears, bringing his bruising, between the tackles running style that could complement or even upgrade the ground game significantly. Harris, over his 4 seasons with the Steelers, has amassed an impressive 399 rushing yards and 28 touchdowns, averaging over 10 yards per season. That kind of consistency and production is exactly what the Bears need to establish a reliable running attack, especially with the colder months approaching as they gear up for the playoffs. Harris's ability to run between the tackles, combined with his vision and power, fits perfectly with Johnson's offensive philosophy, which emphasizes a strong ground game to open up play action and deep throws for Caleb Williams. But what makes this move even more compelling is Harris's versatility. Yes, he's a power back, but he's also capable in the passing game. Over his career, he has accumulated 204 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns out of the backfield on 187 receptions. That's a valuable asset for any offense, especially one that's trying to develop a young quarterback like Williams. Harris can be a reliable safety valve or a secondary option in the passing game, helping the Bears move the chains in tough situations. His ability to contribute both on the ground and through the air makes him a perfect fit for the Bears' offensive scheme, which is still a work in progress but showing signs of explosive potential. Now, the interesting part is how this trade could happen. Najee Harris, after signing a 1-year deal with the Los Angeles Chargers in 2025 free agency, has already become a prime trade candidate. The Chargers, having drafted Amarian Hampton in the 1st round, and with Harris only under contract for 1 year, are looking to make roster adjustments before the season begins. They might see Harris as expendable, especially after signing him to a short-term deal, and with Hampton showing promise, they could be open to trading Harris for the right price. The Bears, on the other hand, have the assets and the need to make this move. With their current running backs, D'Andre Swift, who has been inconsistent, and rookie Kyle Monangai, who needs time, adding Harris would instantly upgrade their backfield. It would give them a reliable, experienced runner who can handle the physical demands of NFL games, especially in the NFC North, where weather conditions often favor a strong running game. Plus, Harris's familiarity with high-pressure situations, having played in Pittsburgh's tough AFC North division, could bring a level of toughness and leadership that the Bears desperately need to develop. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Bears are trying to re-establish themselves as a competitive team, and adding a player like Najee Harris is not just about short-term gains. It's about setting a foundation for sustained success, giving Caleb Williams a solid running game to lean on, and enabling the offense to evolve into a balanced, unpredictable unit. Harris's experience, his production, and his versatility could be exactly what Johnson's scheme needs to unlock the full potential of this young Bears team. Of course, as with any NFL trade, there are questions. Will the Chargers be willing to part with Harris? What draft picks or players might Chicago need to send in return? How will Harris fit into the locker room and team culture? These are questions that NFL insiders are already debating. But what's clear is that the Bears are looking to make bold moves this offseason, and acquiring Najee Harris could be one of the most strategic and impactful decisions they make. Now, I want to highlight the significance of this move in the broader NFC North landscape. The division has been competitive, with the Packers, Vikings, and Lions all making moves of their own. The Lions, for example, have been building a potent offense under Jared Goff, and with a strong ground game led by David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, they've become a team to watch. If the Bears add Harris, their offense could become even more explosive, making it tougher for divisional rivals to keep up. The NFC North is shaping up to be one of the most exciting divisions in football, and Chicago's potential acquisition of Harris could tip the scales in their favor. But beyond just the division, this is about the Bears establishing a new identity. After years of struggles, they're finally trying to build a balanced, resilient team capable of competing deep into January. Harris's arrival would symbolize a shift in their philosophy, more physicality, more versatility, and a clear focus on making Caleb Williams' development as smooth as possible. The fans are eager for this, and I know many of you are already imagining the possibilities. Harris trucking through defenders, breaking off long runs, and catching passes out of the backfield, all helping to move the chains and keep the offense on the field longer. And let's talk about the coaching staff for a moment. Ben Johnson's offensive mind is one of the reasons the Bears are optimistic about this season. His experience with the Lions and his ability to get the most out of his players give hope that the Bears can unlock their offensive potential. Harris's style of play aligns perfectly with Johnson's approach, emphasizing a ground game that keeps defenses honest and opens up the passing game for Caleb Williams' big arm. It's exactly the kind of strategic move that could elevate the Bears from a team with potential to a playoff contender. Now, how realistic is this trade? Well, with Harris's contract situation and the Chargers looking to make roster cuts, it's not out of the realm of possibility. The Chargers could be looking for draft capital or young players to continue building around their core. For Chicago, they have the assets and the need to make a splash move to boost their offense. The timing is right as training camp approaches, and both teams are assessing their rosters. In conclusion, this potential trade for Najee Harris is not just a fleeting rumor. It's a clear indication that the Bears are serious about making a statement this season. They want to be competitive, they want to develop Caleb Williams into a superstar, and they want a ground attack that can dominate in the NFC North's tough conditions. Harris's addition could be the missing piece that transforms their offense into a force to be reckoned with, especially in December and January, when games are decided by grit and physicality. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Najee Harris is the right move for the Bears? How do you see him fitting into the offense? Would you trade for him if you were running the team? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this journey together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for our team. Let's keep the passion alive and keep supporting our Bears no matter what, because this season, folks, it's all about making history again.